Hi, I'm Sandy, and today I'm going to share my thoughts on Publisher going away in terms of what I'm going to replace it with. As you know, October 1st, 2026, Microsoft will no longer support Publisher, and you will not be able to access or edit your documents. So there's lots of choices out there to learn new programs, but I'm not interested in learning a new program. I'm trying to decide, do I go to PowerPoint or Word? So today I'm going to share a few of my thoughts on what I've learned so far. What you're looking at right now is a portrait view in PowerPoint. As you know, in PowerPoint, it's normally horizontal, but you can put it in a portrait view, say, for example, for a newsletter. So I use PowerPoint a lot. I use horizontal mostly for flyers, turn them into JPEGs and put them on Facebook or inside a newsletter. But you can make a portrait of PowerPoint and use it for a newsletter. Let me show you how to do that. You want to go into Design, up in the upper left, and then go to Slide Size and click on Custom Slide Size. Here, you can switch between portrait and landscape. And in portrait, remember to put the width at 8.5 and the height at 11. And then you will get a vertical or portrait PowerPoint. This is an example of a layout for a newsletter. And make this a little smaller. So this is a layout for a newsletter. And uh, it's got a heading, it's got a lot of pages, and I'll share with you some of my thoughts here on the pros and cons Publisher uh, going away and moving to PowerPoint or Word. Number one, PowerPoint lets you put text boxes and JPEGs in an off slide area to hold for future use. PowerPoint lets you do this, and Publisher has this feature. And I use it a lot because I'll move things to the off slide area and use them on another page or another document. And I might keep them from newsletter to newsletter if I might use them again as I copy and create new newsletters. Word does not have this feature. There is no off-slide area in Word. The difference between PowerPoint off-slide area and Publisher is that in PowerPoint, this off-slide area only is for that page. So if I put this in the off-slide area and I go to the next page, that off-slide area item is not available. It is saved, but it's not available on the next slide. And that's a difference with Publisher. Number two, all new text is in text boxes, just like Publisher. That's great. PowerPoint and Publisher, you create a text box and you make your text. No learning curve. Three, in PowerPoint, text boxes and JPEGs do not require a wrap text step to move them around the page, and that's good. Word does require a wrap text extra step. For those of you who don't know what wrap text is, when you insert into PowerPoint a photo, you can instantly move it around. There's no step to make it movable. And that is not the case in Word. So here's a Word document, and um, you have to right-click and go to Wrap Text and modify it. You have to go to Square, Tight, or Through to move it around the page. When you first insert a document into Word, you can't move it around. You have to right-click, do this extra step, Text Wrap, and adjust it before you can move it around. And that's a real pain. Whereas in PowerPoint, you don't have to do that extra step. Item number 4. In PowerPoint, you can save directly to a JPEG. In Word, you can't. I do PowerPoint a lot, like I mentioned, for flyers. And sometimes I want to take a flyer, turn it into a JPEG, and put it on Facebook. Or I want to put flyers inside the newsletter. Someone did an event, they made a flyer. in a horizontal format and I want to change it to a JPEG and put it in PowerPoint. So let me show you that. When you save as a PowerPoint, you can also do a PDF and you can save as a JPEG, which is great. This is in PowerPoint. In Word, when you go to save, there's a PDF format, but there is no JPEG format. So it's another reason for me not to use Word for flyers as well as newsletters. What is the bad news? The bad news is there's no word wrap around photos. What does that mean? There's no word wrap. Normally in Publisher, I'll create a text box, a big text box or a small text box, and I put in a photo and I start typing around the photo. I can click on the photo and right click and bring it forward to the front, and the text pushes away to the side. So you get automatic word wrap around photos, and that's how Publisher does it. In PowerPoint, you can't do that word wrap function. My workaround is to create two separate text boxes. This is a text box and this is a text box. And so you can see this is a text box and this is a text box. And so I can simulate the word wrap function around a photo pretty easily in Publisher. The last item that's bad news is I can't connect text overflow between two text boxes. If I create one text box on the left and one on the right, like a newsletter format, left-right format, in Publisher you can connect the two. So the words that are overflowing out of the left text box pour into the right text box. And there's no workaround in PowerPoint for that. So that's my summary at this point. I hope this was helpful.